point. I remember the first day when we came to Korea. It was very cold. Came here during winter, and in Ethiopia it's not that cold, right? So we brought the warmest jacket that we could find from Ethiopia. And then when we came to Korea, like the moment, from the plane to the airport, that road, it was freezing. We were freezing. We wore like lots of jackets. It was very cold. When I came to Korea, everything was very different. There's Wi-Fi everywhere, and most of the things are done on the computer, online. So even the way you choose your courses, the way you talk to professors, the food was different, the language, the people that we communicate to, everything seemed like very convenient, It was very, very different for me. So the first semester, it was really hard. I mean, it was very, very hard. Actually, it was an adjustment period. We got the chance to choose our own courses, but we didn't know anything. In Ethiopia, we study 6 months, like pre-courses, and then start studying the major course, right? But in Korea, we had to choose like 2nd grade or 3rd grade courses. So from 0 to 2nd grade, 3rd grade courses, we were taking like thermodynamics, and I don't remember, but it was very, very, very hard. And then 2nd semester came, right? 2nd semester, we adjusted very well. And for me, that was the moment that I realized that I no longer need to learn the traditional way of learning, because for one, I can choose my own courses. And then two, I was like, maybe mechanical engineering isn't for me. And in Korea, in KAIST, we can take humanitarian courses or even business courses or technology-related courses. I shouldn't necessarily take mechanical courses. So I was like, So I took a technology and innovation course, I took humanity courses, business courses, so that I could take advantage of all the pool of sources that I have. And then that really helped a lot. The 2nd semester, I adjusted very well, and my grades weren't as bad as the first one. And it was the time when I was like, maybe I can actually learn what I want, or there are a lot of opportunities for me to use, even if it's a different country, a different thing. Maybe I can make the most out of it. So also when I was in KAIST, I did not feel homesick at all. That was because of we had amazing Ethiopian community. So we get to celebrate Ethiopian holidays together and eat injera, and yeah, it was very fun. I didn't feel homesick at all. So the 2nd semester courses that I took, they actually helped me discover my purpose in life, or in short, the major that I should pursue on. Which leads me to my 3rd university. So how did I join Solbridge, right? So at the end of our year, we only had 1 year to figure out what we're gonna do. Either go back to Ethiopia, and we can't continue in AASTU, so either go back to Ethiopia and study a different major in a different university, or just apply anywhere in the world and study. So yeah, what we did was, so I applied to a lot of universities, and I did get accepted to some universities in the US and even in Korea as well. However, the problem was money. I didn't have any money for tuition, and it was very, very expensive, like in the US especially. So I was like, okay, I have no idea what to do. 2nd semester is over, and I had like 2 weeks left to decide what I should do, because the universities that I got accepted as were expensive, and most of them I also got rejected. So I was like, okay. So honestly, the thing was that I couldn't just go back to Ethiopia, I couldn't just have my best 1-year life in South Korea. Just didn't want to go back to Ethiopia. Nothing, because if I did go back, I would be a burden to my family. I just wanted to get something, at least in my education. I wanted to reach somewhere in my life, or I don't know, so it put a lot of pressure on me that led me to apply to all those universities, and but I couldn't go back. You know, as Ethiopians, we have this thing that we need to help out our family, right? Obviously. And not, I had this thing like, I just ዝም ብዬ በባዶ ወደ ኢትዮጵያ መመለስ አልችልም ነበረ. And it was this time when me and a couple of friends were in a cafe and just drinking, and I was just sharing my story. I was like, yeah, I really don't know what to do now. Probably, I don't know, go back or keep on applying to other universities. I don't know. And then a friend of mine, she was very, very sweet. She was just like, why don't you apply to Wusong, my university? I was like, Wusong? Really? I was like, okay. And then the next day, she emailed her professor that night, and then the next day he agreed to meet with me. And so thank you, Rachel, for this opportunity. I didn't know it was gonna turn out like this. So the next day, we went and met with Professor Richard to Wusong University, the administrative professor. So I went there in the morning with her and her friend. And I just told him my story. So I came as an exchange student, and I didn't really know what to do. I would like to stay in South Korea because of the technological advancements and blah blah blah. And he was like, he listened to my story. He's like, I think there's someone that you would like to meet. You should go to the University of Endicott, College of Endicott, I don't know. So you should go to Endicott's college and then talk to this person. And then he called the person. He said, yeah, she could come. So I went there and I got interviewed there. And this person said something really, really important in my life, because as a person growing up from my background, my mindset was very limited. I didn't know if I could dream big. I don't know. I didn't know if I could travel anywhere or study in South Korea. I didn't know how my life is going to turn out. I never knew what I want to study or what I want to major on. So anyways, this person said something really sweet that made me cry. And he just told me that you know, if you believe in yourself, you know, you are smart and you can do it no matter your background. If this is where you want to go, like, just do it. And then I told him like my dreams. And it was very personal, so I wouldn't want to share it here. And then we talked for like 30 minutes to an hour. I cried, and he said something really, something that I would still remember in my heart. And he's like, wait, you know, for you, I think Solbridge is going to be the perfect place for you. So he called the original manager and told him that there's this girl who would be a perfect fit in Solbridge. So I was like, and then he gave me an address in South Korea, in Korean language, to show it to the taxi driver, and then to go. I mean, by that time I knew a little Korean, so I went to the taxi driver and said, Solbridge 가주세요. And then he's like, eh? Solbridge 가주세요. And then I showed him the address, like, okay. Anyways, that was funny. And that is how I got to Solbridge. So after I submitted my applications and got interviewed, I got accepted. It was amazing. I only had 70% scholarship, but I was told that if I do have like a perfect grade, so 4.5, then I would be able to get 100% scholarship. So that was my goal. Luckily, we went back to Ethiopia for we went back to Ethiopia for a while, and then applied for a visa again, and then come back to Solbridge with a Solbridge visa. And that's when my life started.